Well, it's the start of the third quarter. Amazing. Tampa Bay 21, Kansas City
New England?
6.
Oh, Tampa. It's all former
Right.
New England players, though.
Like, I feel like it's just rubbing, salt in the wound at this point. Every single touchdown to a former Patriots player.
Gronk with 2, Antonio Brown with 1, and Brady with all 3. And the Chiefs have just 2 field goals, 21-6. Bit of a surprise.
Still a lot of game left, though.
Yes, still a lot of game.
All right, halftime show, the weekend.
Can I just tell you, at one point during this halftime
So,
show,
by the way, wait a minute. Shannon and I sit across from each other.
with
plexiglass.
With plexiglass.
Yeah.
I look over because I'm so interested. I'm intrigued to see what Mike's face looks like, and he's just watching. And he's like this. I thought, and I like the weekend. I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan, but I just thought the camera angles and like the talk and singing directly to the camera, it just seemed weird and forced, dizzying. I don't know.
So I thought the last song, Blinding
Light.
Yeah, them using the entire field, I thought that was very creative. By the way, you can't do that because usually the stage is there and there are hundreds of people around the stage. But I mean, Prince was my favorite. Pouring rain, boots like this. U2, Aerosmith. I just didn't think that the weekend was in that category.
Well, plus you're coming after J-Lo
J-Lo was good last year.
So.
People say Prince. Who else are you saying? Bruno Mars was really good.
Bruno Mars is
I give it a C+.
favorite.
The weekend was a C+. He was fine.
He
was
can
fine.
sing.
Not memorable, but I think he had some restrictions because of COVID. Like, they didn't do a big stadium and have all the fans there cheering like they usually did.
He's not singing directly to the fans. It just seemed, something about it didn't seem natural.
Yeah, I thought the
very forced.
acoustics were bad. I couldn't hear him well enough.
Yeah.
By the way, tomorrow his world tour tickets, we were talking about this last week, go on sale. This was a genius move on his part.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how he sells these tickets tomorrow.
What do you think of the commercials? I think there's been some funny ones.
So I love the Jason Alexander sweatshirt tied commercial. I was like laughing out loud. And after it was over, I was like, why was that so funny? But it just, I loved that. I loved Drake from State Farm.
Drake from State Farm was good. The Will Ferrell one was good.
Yeah, it made me, there's some of these commercials, though, when you see actors that you know or that you've grown up with, and they look so
How about John Travolta?
John Travolta.
No one knows it was John Travolta.
No. I had to tell you that was John
Right.
He's finally embracing his baldness. He wore wigs forever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, John Travolta. And the Matthew McConaughey one where he was like
creepy. By the way, 3D Doritos were a thing
I don't like them.
in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
I don't understand why they're back again.
I'm still trying to figure out the weekend.
I mean,
I don't know.
disco's coming back. Everything's coming back.
That would be okay with me if disco came
I know
back.
you love disco.
Too bad Barry's is not around anymore.
We could go into a whole other thing with that. Leave your thoughts on the halftime show and the game so far in the comments below this post. We'll be back with some more coming up later in the game, and of course we'll be on at 10 and 11 tonight.
Why don't we do one memorable moment before we get out of here? Yours?
Ooh, I think the very first Gronk touchdown, I was just like, you've got to be kidding me. That for me was just.
That's it, because Brady had never thrown a touchdown in the first quarter in 9 Super Bowls, and they were talking about that on the broadcast, and then, oh no, let's just break that record, we'll do it with Gronk. Yeah. And this guy was retired last year. If you said Gronk, come out of retirement, scored 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, I mean, right now, as we're watching this game, I think Brady's MVP, but Gronk, if he keeps doing well, he could be in the money for it.
Kansas City hit a field goal. The thing that I'm wondering, if you go back to at the end of this game, Tampa Bay tried to go for it on the 1 yard line and were stuffed.
Yeah.
We'll see if that's a big play at the end of the game.
Yeah. It turns out, though, that they ended up getting those points back at the end of the half, so they've been – the thing is, the Chiefs are so good that even when they're down a couple touchdowns, they're never out of it.
Right.
So we'll see.
All right, we'll see what happens, and we'll see you in a little bit.